All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to cut this show a little short and get more off-camera stories from Sheriff Hardwick here today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Mum's the word.
I'm writing the book.
Right. Jeez. All right, well, we got a great show here for you today, none of which involves anything we just talked about.
Wowza.
No, next life.
That's right.
Games event coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
If I was in my drinking days, boy, y'all, ask Kendall. Different man.
Jeez. All right.
Okay.
Well,
How's
there
the
we
weather?
go. All right.
How's the weather?
Yeah, quick check of the weather, and we're done. Now we'll do some, you guys had a big tips for kids' sake week.
We did. Had a
We'll
great
talk
week.
a little bit
So
about
did you,
that. Yeah, we'll talk about, we're all doing some stuff up in Hastings soon. That'll be fun.
Yep.
We've got a lot going on. We got a lot going on that we'll talk with the sheriff about. We don't really have to game plan much when the sheriff's here. I don't even take notes.
So
I don't even
wing it.
Yeah, we totally wing it.
Yep.
Ugh, now that I said that, it's going to be terrible.
It'll be organic.
You know I can't shut up. I got stuff to talk about.
Organic has always been a synonym for terrible.
Yeah.
It's the cereal my mom used to buy.
Oh, that's
Organic?
right. You basically grew up with just bark and leather.
I really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
I'll talk to Susan next time I see her.
Yeah, well. Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust here in St. Augustine. Great selection of vehicles. Their trucks are absolutely amazing. I was so impressed with that truck. I can't stop talking about those trucks that we had on the field out there at the Florida Man games.
Seriously.
Big F-250s. Oh, man. You want to do the Tim Taylor grunt?
Yeah, the 250, right? The big one.
That wasn't the best Tim Taylor grunt.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, you guys got
It was like a local version of Tim Taylor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you
that's
know.
Nice. Community
Well,
theater.
Yeah, I should have practiced that. They're the proud recipients of the Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year many years in a row by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, our friends at Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, Troy Usina's St. Augustine Handy Houses, Lux Japanese Head Spa, and I am powered, as I am each and every morning. Wow.
2 for 2.
By the Vibe Nutrition. Purple Haze this morning.
Oh,
Hey! Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no more comments.
it's very big.
No more comments.
I had more to say.
Yep.
Drive on.
Yep. So did I, but if you weren't in studio, I would have said more.
Bull. You would have said it. Yeah, right. Sure. You know, the same Pete Melvin I've known forever is the same Pete Melvin today. That's why we all get along so well.
I
Pretty
love
much.
Jolly Ranchers.
There we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Davey?
Good, buddy. Good.
Good, man. Rick, how's it going back there in the booth?
Not bad at all, brother. Good morning.
All right. Great. Sheriff, officially, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good, my friend. Thanks for having me on again. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Rick, good morning, buddy.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. It's now time for the question of the day, Davey.
Okay, so the question of the day. Yes, I have one. How about that? Okay.
I didn't even know where we were in the script. So.
Which Florida creature would you make the best emotional support animal? Which Florida creature would you make the best emotional support animal for yourself?
Oh, it's got to be a support animal for yourself.
Yeah,
and
like
a
who
Florida
would be
creature.
like your sidekick if you were like He-Man? Remember he had like the panther next to him. Or something?
Right. It's got to be an alligator, right? It's got to be a gator for
Very
me.
good.
Yeah.
Thought for sure you were going to go manatee, but you went alligator.
Manatee, bad support animal. Yeah,
Well,
what
they're
is,
like
I
a-
gotta swim to get support.
Sea
Gotta
cow,
get in
yeah.
the water to get support. No,
Therapy.
Give me a gator.
This is therapy.
My gator will attack people. If
Yeah.
I'm upset, it's because of somebody else.
Right, true.
A
So
gator
they
can
just-
attack
yeah.
them.
A manatee can't?
No, manatees are too kind.
Yeah, it's a good
gentle
thing.
creatures.
Yeah.
Just very calm, cool,
Okay.
and collected. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Florida Panther for mine.
Okay,
Kinda
that's
like
pretty good.
Fierce, endangered,
Yeah.
just like my patience. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Rick.
I'm going a turtle.
Oh,
A turtle.
Okay.
Okay.
Being nice and calm.
Yeah.
Won't beat me in a race.
Okay.
Ah.
There you go.
A lot of people in St. Augustine Beach applauding you right now, so we're very good for
Right.
for-
I was
yeah.
underwhelmed about that.
He's like, oh, that answer sucked.
Yeah, it's like an alligator, a panther, a turtle.
Turtle, yeah.
Turtle.
Sheriff, all you gotta do is outdo Turtle, Sheriff.
I don't know how to. I don't know where we even go with that too as well. But I was gonna go alligator, but I don't want to beat that up and kind of copy what Pete said. But I'm the same thing. I'm like the Florida black bear has always been intriguing to me.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
There
one
you
of those
go.
things.
I thought you were
they're
going to
kinda-
go Sandhill Crane.
Oh, I like
Wow.
I didn't even think about the sandhill crane. That's a good one, baby. I like that. But no, I'm gonna stick with the black bear.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
So
All right.
butch
Yeah,
of you.
pretty good.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Very good. All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll look forward to seeing what you have in the comments there to say this morning. I'm sure it's the same 4 answers.
Maybe not the turtle.
Maybe not the turtle.
Maybe not the
I'm sure
turtle.
it's the same 3
Maybe not the
answers.
turtle. Maybe the
Maybe
Florida
not the
bobcat
turtle.
instead.
Now some people are going to adopt turtles just to make Rick feel better.
Yeah, name Rick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick the turtle.
Rick the turtle.
I wasn't expecting out of you, Rick, but I'm proud of you though too as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I care about my four-legged friends.
They're all 4-legged. Everything we talked about is 4-legged.
I
Except the
love them
manatee.
all.
The manatee.
Except the man. Well,
yeah.
nobody actually picked the manatee.
Did they
Yeah,
have
nobody
little-
did.
Yeah,
little-
the little flippers,
Oh,
right?
I guess so. Yeah. There we go. So
There's
you got
some
3.
in comments. Nice. Okay, very good.
All right. It's now time for a quick check of the weather, Davey. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. We now go to the booth for the traffic report.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We've got a lovely morning again.
Oh, look at that beautiful sunrise.
Just don't show Ponte Vedra, please don't, for God's
why?
sakes.
What's
TPC.
going on?
Oh, TPC.
A lot
yeah.
of calls and complaints.
Oh,
Like it was a
really?
surprise it was coming.
I mean,
Wow.
Does it
you
come
know
every
How
year?
long have they been doing this?
Right.
How long have they been doing this?
This
The
is-
Florida Man Games doesn't get calls and complaints like that.
No, not at all. This is the first year of TPC.
Yeah, really? Okay. Well,
We'll
it
get better
seems
next
like
year.
it.
We'll
It
get better
seems
next
like it
year.
every year. The
You're
event
gonna throw
that
it away. The city's trying to get the TPC out of here.
Seriously,
right.
yeah, seriously.
event
I mean,
you have
Disney
to
World's
pay
been
to
open since
volunteer for.
1971. Do they know there's traffic in Disney?
yeah, right. All right. Well, the sheriff's not
God,
getting
people-
free passes out
no,
there
people are
this year.
texting me right now. It's like, you had our vote. When are you out? I'm trying to get out.
they get crazy. I know. You did it in
goodness
APB
gracious.
yesterday. Nice little video. I saw you in the grass.
We're trying. Yeah, we're trying. But the school. I remember last year it was spring break for the schools, public
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah.
This year spring break starts this weekend.
Oh,
we missed
really?
that 8 ball kind of thing. So
Yeah.
here we are this week dealing with the schools are in session. But it is what it is. So it'll be over with by Sunday. Just stay home.
There you go. Yeah. Just go there, take your look. Just go there for 2 minutes. Take your Instagram photos. Like that's the only reason anybody
Yes.
goes to TPC anyway.
Oh, for real,
And go
for
back
real.
home.
Take the
For real.
selfies in your dumb dorky little hat and be on your way. I mean, seriously.
Ooh, yes, I got more
I'm
to
trying to think
say.
of the hat that I would wear.
That's people wear those derby hats out there. And,
Well, it's a kind of a Kentucky Derby. No, it's not.
no.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
For Pontevedra.
Yeah. If you wanna experience traffic though, please drive to TPC today.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And
You'll
today's not
find
an
it
opening
there.
day. Tomorrow will be real traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Military
yeah.
Day was last night. Military Appreciation Night.
Oh, right.
Did you go?
I did. Jordan Davis was singing there. Of course, we had to fly over again from, I can't remember if it was F-16s or 14s out of South Carolina, but it was another. We go just for the military part. We listen to a song or two, and Kendall and I leave.
God, do you remember when the Chainsmokers played?
Chainsmokers.
That was
Yes,
the last
sir.
time I went there.
Yeah.
That was so rando. It was so
It was off the
random.
beat. It was. Yeah.
It was
They were
like the
trying to
last
make
thing we
TPC
did
cool.
before, like the time that
That's
we didn't
correct.
talk about it. Seriously, that was
Yep.
the last like major event. Yeah,
Yep.
that was so fun.
Then they switched back to country.
Yeah.
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 It's interesting. It was packed last night.
It was like one. I bet it was like one intern that was like, "Yo, we gotta get the chain smokers, bro."
Who is it? It sounds cool. Yeah. And then once they start playing, it's like, oh no.
This is not our crowd.
Everybody in the crowd was just staring at him.
We thought it was going to be John Daly's band. Yeah.
No Willie Nelson? No. He's not here today. We're the chain smokers. We thought it was chain
this
smoker.
was totally different.
Yeah, man. That's on us.
All right, well, that comes to us from Lux Japanese Head Spa. Imagine this. You close your eyes and feel the tension melt away. Yeah. As skilled hands gently massage your scalp using centuries-old Japanese techniques to calm your mind and refresh your soul.
I felt the same way driving here this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, with nobody touching me.
Well, guess what? You're gonna feel supercharged when someone.
Have you ever done one of these head spas? I'm gonna
No.
answer for you. No, of course you haven't. You don't.
I don't know what to do.
You just
lay
sit there
there.
and relax. You gotta
can't-
try it, Sheriff.
I know people can't.
We'll get you hooked up with
I don't
one.
like being touched.
No, this is great. This
yeah.
is great.
Special
You've never
for
had a
you.
massage?
I was tortured overseas. I'm sorry. No, I don't want anybody touching me. I had one massage one time in Vegas. Ken and I did a couples massage in
Yeah.
Vegas at the Bellagio.
Yeah.
And I physically was staring the whole time going, why am I doing this?
Well, then they can just put the water halo over your head. It's
They put
warm
rocks on my
water.
back.
It's warm water.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a
They give you
damn
this.
sponsor of ours, Sheriff.
This sounds like waterboarding overseas. I like it.
Stop it.
I like waterboarding.
They give you a Depend. You lay there and just relax.
They give you what?
They give you a Depend, so you can
get
if you
a
have to
heat
go.
mask. It's lovely. I went out there.
You are not helping me talk me into this thing, by the way. Yeah, this is not going well. Okay.
we love
yes.
you.
Yeah, shout out the last month of our sponsor.
Yeah. No. I totally support you in what you do, but I'm just thinking waterboarding, electrocuting people overseas, getting
Jesus.
answers out of people.
That's
Geneva
not this.
Convention. It's
this
not.
is the exact opposite.
Roger,
They
okay.
don't want any answers. They don't electrocute you.
Everything within Geneva Convention.
He
Everything
would
within
like to
Geneva.
talk to you after the show.
No. Statute of limitations. Let's move on.
my
Yeah.
God.
Next sponsor. Next sponsor.
No, we have to finish this. Our great sponsor.
Come on, let's go to Fidus Roofing.
They're the only certified Japanese head spa in the area.
I totally support them.
You need
but
to get. Hey, seriously, you need to get one of these for Kendall.
It's
She'll
awesome. Yeah.
love it.
I'm all in.
She
Yeah.
will love you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I stay
it
in the
is
car?
awesome. Yeah,
You
you
can-
can stay
okay.
in the car. Or
You
the
can
waiting
watch
room.
the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll actually
you can
watch some
surveil
video.
the parking lot.
No, I'll watch some videos on waterboarding.
Jesus Christ.
No, don't blame him. He was not waterboarding.
Their treatments don't just relax, they heal. Whether you're dealing with thinning hair, dandruff, psoriasis, or an imbalanced scalp, they use authentic Japanese scalp therapies to nourish and restore. I gotta get through this, guys.
I'm sorry. Our people are going to tear me
So
up today on
why
social
not
media.
give yourself the gift of true relaxation? It's the only time I will purposely try and talk over the sheriff every time he speaks for the next minute. Visit Lux Japanese Head Spa and feel the difference, because you deserve more than just a break. You deserve renewal.
That's one hell of a long sponsor.
Well, they're amazing.
Well, we couldn't get
Top of
through
the
it
show.
because
I'm
you're talking
sorry.
about waterboarding.
I'm sorry, I had flashbacks. I pissed my pants. My bad.
That's why they depend.
That's exactly
Oh, okay,
why.
now I'm all tracking. Gotcha. Okay, I'm all in.
All right. Well,
I had to write this down.
Ever since I went to Sears School, I've never been the same.
what school? Sears School? Were you
yeah.
blind? What?
Actually, I was. No, Sears School is basically a prisoner of warfare school in the military. Puts
Oh,
you
totally
through.
different. Okay.
Yeah, so you get tortured for 21 days. I've
Oh.
never been the same since.
Okay.
Really
Wow.
do that?
You got no clue.
What?
This was the school.
I know
was,
some people who would love that.
the school was much longer when I was in, of course, active duty back in the 90s. But then my son went through it as a pilot too as well. But it wasn't too far off. But it's hands-on, very hands-on. Sleep
sounds
deprivation,
like it.
starvation.
Okay.
You're kept in dog kennel type. I can't say a whole lot
I
of stuff.
dealt with
but-
all that for the event last week.
Yes, yeah, just trying for 21
know all
days
that
though.
stuff.
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
Then I really thought they actually, because it was part of it when you're so deprived of sleeping and you're mentally overloaded, you can quit any time. But anyways, I was in this. I'm gonna give you a 5-second version, because I was in this room and they put my hands on top of the table. They were in bamboo behind my back. I put them on top of the table. I honestly thought they freaking drilled a hole in my freaking hand. So all you gotta say is give them the information they want, which you're not supposed to do. That's part of the school.
It's like a back room at a gay bar. It's very similar. I'm sorry. I've seen this before, actually. I don't go. I just hear from my friends.
Bending
Yeah.
over, hands on the platform, getting drilled.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
Looked into it.
right.
The
You did.
softball
I
thing.
was-
I learned
it was
this
a
with
was a softball.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Finest Roofing.
No, we're not reading any more sponsors today. It's a sponsor-free day. We're not putting them in this madness.
We have 18 to 24. Check the contract. Yeah.
Dave, that's why I love you, brother, man. That's why I love you.
Okay, so that story didn't turn out the way you thought it would, Sheriff.
I did not. So, yeah. Back to the Japanese
Don't you
spa.
love doing the show?
Back to the Japanese spa.
Oh, man.
Yeah. How'd your other interviews go?
Yeah. Other media sources that interview me are nothing like this.
No, they're not.
This is great. That's why I love coming here.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Gotta be careful what the hell I say. All right, here we go.
That's funny. Harrigan just canceled all the rest of your appointments for this show for the next 4 months. Very interesting.
No, he's out there pissing his pants too. He's got the pins
Definitely
on.
bright red. I can see it from the lobby.
He's probably in the Japanese chamber out there. Oh, by the way, Harrigan, that's not the back room they're talking about, buddy. Okay, you're safe.
Lux Japanese Head Spa. This is the longest read. I'm charging you double for this read.
Seriously, my God, you owe 904 now money
That's
for
right.
this commercial.
Oh, bless her heart.
Lots of reads. All right.
All right.
Okay, well, hey, let's recap a little bit. Tips for kids' sake. This is always a big one for the sheriff's office. You guys teamed up with the Bailey family
we
this
did, yep.
year, and boy, they were taking it very, very seriously.
Stacy, of course, and the girls Alexis and Brittany were there with the father Forrest, and this family has become, as you know, very special with us in the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. It's become a part of our family because of the tragic death of course, their daughter Tristan. Anyways, and their sister Tristan. But anyways, yeah, so we had kind of a challenging thing go on with the sheriff's office at Mojo's Barbecue downtown.
Yeah.
We did it on an off day from the other traditional Big Brothers Big Sisters nights that they actually had it on.
Oh, you guys just broke off and did your own thing, huh?
Yeah, because there's some people we try to support on that night, so we don't want to miss their events
Sounded
either.
like you were trying to rig it, but okay, go ahead.
We don't rig anything in the sheriff's office. Everything is by the book. Anyway, so over $5,000 raised. Stacy, I had to laugh, was pretty cool. She had her granddaughters going around the room, and they were changing on the actual sheet.
Allegedly.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, it was no allegedly. They came into my table and said, "Where's your sheet at?" She was like 3 feet tall. She's like, "Where's your sheet at, mister?" I'm like, "It's right here, honey." And she goes, "Yeah, take that name off." So on the name was Miggs and Stephanie Stewart, two of my deputies. They scratched the name off and put Stacy on there.
Okay,
But
girl.
Brittany
Plan
talked
to
the most
win.
trash,
she
which
did.
is but she didn't win. Stacy actually won. Yes, of course. Yeah, just good fun for a great cause, and Big Brothers and Big Sisters and everything they do. So we appreciate them and appreciate the partnership. Yeah, great night.
Yeah, sounds
Great night.
like it.
Yeah,
All right.
always.
Well, that's it for that story, I guess.
Well, you're at Mojo's, so I mean, it was,
what else do we have to say? You're
Right.
at Mojo's?
Awesome.
How did Mojo's smell?
yeah, like barbecue.
Barbecue is great. Yeah, it's great. Yes.
No,
great.
they do have good barbecue down there. I like the barbecue.
stuff. Well, we talked
it's
to-
finding the parking out there.
True. Yeah, because it's downtown. But we
I always
talked-
illegally park in that parking lot next door. They tell you not to park in, but nobody ever
I
tells
don't think
me.
you can because they're like repaving it now.
The
It's like a pain in the-
the Telemato lot there.
Right, yeah.
You gotta be careful in there because the parking meter people do not play, man.
Nobody's ever messed with me out there.
Of course, they waited on me. I actually parked my car. Kendall ran inside to get to goes, and she parked behind me. And I said, "Oh my God, here we go." So I tried to just stop her. I'm like, "I'll move," And she's like, "You can't park here." I said, "Yes, ma'am, I know that." I said, "But there's literally 500 parking spots. You can't park here."
Right.
I was like,
That's so
"Okay."
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna go park on the curb out front
You
illegally.
need one of those sheriff's office press passes
It
that I
doesn't
used to
matter.
have. They've
It does
revoked
not matter.
mine because I used those.
They revoked mine, and it's
Yeah.
my pass.
For real.
It's no joke downtown. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we talked to Teresa Andrews last night from Epic Behavior Healthcare. This was one of the biggest years of tips for kids. This is great.
That's what I heard, yeah.
They really revamped their numbers from
Yeah.
prior COVID, which was awesome.
Oh,
so
that's
this
pretty
is,
cool.
I mean, a lot to do with the sheriff's office too. So hats off to you guys. Great campaign. It was hysterical to watch.
It really was. You guys had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
It's just a great family. Got a great bunch of employees too as well. And the staff at Mojo's Barbecue were actually phenomenal. But just the people, the locals pouring in there, you hadn't seen in a while. And of course, downtown St. Augustine, I love downtown St. Augustine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can complain about the parking stuff, but still you go down there. It's just beautiful. It's just
a different
little bit
world, man.
It is a
Yeah.
different world. I think so. It's just they do a good job. And Mojo's is always consistently good food.
Yeah.
Always consistently
Yeah.
good food. So yeah.
Very cool. There was a lot of really good food at the Florida Man games. And I got to tell you, your officers did a heck of a job this year.
I know.
Your guy, Attell had a diving catch on Matt Riddle.
Unreal on Matt
Did you
Riddle.
see that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
I did.
Unbelievable,
I did see
man.
a little push by Miggs, though. I had to counsel him a little bit because the first guy that got up there, they actually pushed him. I mean, pushed him like so hard. The guy The guy went and told was like, "Hey, easy, big boy,
Yeah.
easy, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
man.
gonna deal with him after this game's over
I
with."
literally told them, don't push anybody over. And the first thing he does is
Push him
boom,
over.
push him over.
So
yeah.
what, see, you don't understand. My deputy sheriffs, when you say don't do something,
Right, they're
you
like,
just said do
okay,
it.
well,
yeah, it's a challenge. We
It's a
take it as
challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get
See
it.
how
I
far you
get
can
it.
take it.
yeah.
No, it was really cool. It looked like they had a lot of fun, man. And,
They love it, man. They take it so serious, you know.
do.
and they're so afraid of failing me. I'm like, guys, we're not failing me. This is actually games. It's games. Games, yeah.
right.
It's like
Keyword
Monopoly, but it's
games.
actually moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome job once again. Yeah, they just did a phenomenal job. And of course, our deputies working the area there, we literally had no issues.
Yeah.
I mean, and someone asked me the same thing about TPC with so many people last night. We escorted one person out of the event last night.
Yeah.
We know how to police St. Johns County. Not everybody goes to jail around here. Sometimes it's like, get in somebody else, your friend's car that's sober and go home and mind your business for the night.
That
Good night.
happens?
That's awesome.
Very often, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I think you all, of course, when the jail log was up, you don't see a whole lot of disorderly intoxications on there. Disorderly
True.
conduct. You don't
Yeah.
really see a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, either you're a flaming butthole or you're freaking
Right.
you're cooperative, really.
Yeah.
So
Do you ever get people that call you guys in like for like an Uber service? Like, do you ever get that all the time?
I bet. Yeah. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I can't drive.
come F and pick me up. Like, we will gladly come pick you up.
Right.
But don't forget, when you call multiple times, it's misuse of 911. But sometimes it's just going there and telling people, like, quit calling us, dude. We'll get your own cab. We don't get a whole lot of those like we used to, but we get a few of people that call in. We get a lot of like vulgar calls using AI and people.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There was a couple with the schools, right?
We just dealt with this on the swatting calls. Yes,
That
with
was
the schools.
crazy.
So, yeah, we got
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of people calling in and threatening our dispatchers. I mean, our people just doing their jobs, but it happens. So we got super good news on that, by the way.
What's
Tell
that?
We got a suspect.
Really?
Yeah, your journey ends in St. Johns County. I freaking love it. Well, at the time we didn't know, of course, through AI technology, we don't know if it's a he or she, whatever it is.
Right.
But we actually have a suspect, and I won't say too much because we're in the process of actually filing federal charges on that individual. But over 100 swatting calls across the United States, and it ended in St. Johns County.
Whoa, man.
Yeah, the federal government's been a phenomenal partner with ours. So, again, as you know, he was calling from a plus 31, which is Netherlands phone, which could be made up too as well. But in the
Of course,
situation,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
not made up.
Really?
Wow.
Was he actually in the Netherlands? So
Yes,
how
sir.
do we, what's the process then?
Yeah, so federal
Do we
process.
extract that guy? Like, how does
so
that work?
A lot of things go on. That's kind of why we're here. And don't forget, we have a little bit of changeover because of our new president of our federal prosecutors. Of course, the boss, Roger Hamburg, is no longer there. So waiting for that to get in place. But what happens is there'll be a federal extraditable warrant. In this situation, it's basically terroristic threats.
Yeah.
Where you're threatening to do great bodily harm to schools, hospitals,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So over 100 counts. And then what will happen is the federal government partners will enter those because you're talking about Virginia, South Florida, St. John's, Jacksonville. I mean, it's all federal warrants. Once those warrants are in there, they're entered into a system called Interpol. Interpol, of course, is our international partners. And then you'll look for an extraditable country, which that one would be an extraditable country.
Oh, wow.
And then I don't know if they use Bearcats over there, but if he was in America, I'd put a Bearcat through his front door because he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty serious.
Yeah, serious stuff. So
That's
yeah.
huge.
Yeah, your journey will end very shortly, young man. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
wow, man. And that's not easy to catch somebody who's hiding behind a lot of AI. You have to
Yeah,
assume
it's
like
crazy.
VPNs and
Yeah.
phone number blockers and things like that.
Our detective, Cody Eveson, of course, was a primary detective on that case with our real-time intelligence working behind there. But they did a phenomenal job. I saw them and I said, well, this will not go unsolved in St. John's. Like, Sheriff, we're trying. I was like, well, no, try. We're going to do it. I just was kidding. Lo and behold, it's like, got a suspect. Like, oh my God. Within like 7 days,
that's
6
awesome.
days.
Wow.
Craziness.
Really, truly.
That's
And
amazing because you're literally scouring the globe for a suspect at
True
that
statement.
point.
You
the
just said
entire
it.
globe.
You
Yeah.
just said it. Yep, sure are. But our federal partners are, and this is what I can't stand when other parts of our country, take these jabs and stabs at our federal partners. We got a great relationship with every single federal partner here in Northeast Florida and every one of our touching counties. And that's something I've always preached to you guys are
Yeah.
the partnerships, relationships. This is where they actually come into play. You make that phone call, you make that relationship. The FBI's been working with us, of course, and Homeland Security Investigations are working with us. Customs Border Patrol, everybody's been working with us. U.S. Secret Service has been phenomenal in this case. And then here we go, solving it together.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Congratulations
Yeah,
to you and
super
your
excited.
entire
Yeah,
office.
yeah,
man.
it'll come in the
That's
very near
amazing.
future. Yep, super excited.
Very cool.
Yeah, welcome to St. Johns County there, buddy.
That's right.
Whoopsie.
That's right. So yeah, does he come back to St. Do they pull him to St. Johns County since you guys caught him, or they pull him to DC? Where does he go?
No, he'll never come here. You know, of course, the Middle District Court of the state of Florida is based out of Orlando, basically Tampa
Okay.
area, Jacksonville. So depending on where they file like that joint charge, I don't know what the actual charges would be up in Virginia, but there's 100 swatting calls that he did across the United States. So I don't know if we're the most egregious, but even if so, he'll never step foot in my jail. I mean, he'll be all federal charges, so he'll be held in the federal government charge.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow, man. That's
Yeah, pretty cool.
huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
I'm sure Netherlands jails are really nice. I'm picturing like, fluff, where you go like the massages and stuff.
Yeah,
Space
so am I.
cake.
Yeah.
So anyway, just super excited to solve that and put our parents and kids at ease and put us at ease too as well. That it's right. I mean, he basically when he did the interview, if you remember the media, he was I think he did it with Christine with WOKV. He actually tells her that he's using kids are paying him to do it from our schools here in St. Johns County, which kind of sounded a little ludicrous. With why do you do Jacksonville hospitals? Why do you do Virginia? Why do you do South, Florida? So it kind of sounded a little ludicrous to us, but blaming our local kids that they were paying him through Bitcoin to make these threats. So we got something for you coming. So excited about it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that doesn't add up, huh?
No, our detectives did a phenomenal job again with our partnerships too as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take care of a little bit of business, but when we end with that, I want to talk about kissing pigs. Nobody's got a joke there? Okay, fine. Moving on.
Okay.
Gas Buddy gas report time. If you're seeing good prices for gas out there, feel free to drop that in our comments section and let us know about that. Looks like we got the Mobile and Circle K this morning at $2.85. The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce also $2.85. The Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard $2.85. Same with the Owens at 780 South Ponce and the Shell at 146 King Street. The Gate on Mizell Road is at $2.87. Here's Sunoco at 2199 North Ponce $2.89. Circle K on 207 $2.99. And then the Gate on US 1 jumps it up to $3.15. Same with the Circle K at 4564 US 1 North, according to Gas Buddy. And that comes to us from a guy who might be getting a phone call here soon from this guy. I don't know if he's going to be able to help, but Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. If you or someone you know is in trouble with the law and in need of immediate bail assistance, look no further than Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. A great team of experienced professionals available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services. 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. We got some live music happening today and tonight. It looks like we've got Jim Lamb at the Milltop at noon. Mike Hines. Oh, there's a new one.
Oh, wow.
The Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's. He looks like a Fed.
Great underwear.
Smoke. I think that's Haynes,
Oh,
right?
Haynes. I
Yeah.
didn't know. It's an
They still make those? Awesome. Yeah.
It's lesser.
Smoke and Joe Shower at Trade Winds Lounge at 1. Solo Lion at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Shayla Macaluso.
love her.
It's great. Ben 39 at 2. Reggie Starrett at the Milltop at 4:30. Allen Arena. Fusion 904 Eatery at 5. Josh Tennessee Worthy at Fusion 904 Eatery at 5 as well. Denny Blue at the Guy Harvey Resort at 5. The Carpetbaggers at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Lots of music for a Wednesday. Mark Hart, Trade Winds, 5. Gary Douglas Campbell, the nicest serial killer you'll ever meet. At O.C. White's at 5:30. It's a serial killer name, Sheriff.
does.
That's
I have to
our
agree
name.
with you.
Gary
It works.
Douglas Campbell. Doesn't that sound like,
Yeah.
you know? He killed 4
Jeffrey
presidents in
Dahmer.
the 60s. Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Gary Douglas Campbell. Kevin Cunningham. That's a kind of new one,
that's
too.
yeah.
Kevin
A
Cunningham.
lot of newbies.
It is. Old Coast Ales at 6. Dewey Vaya, classic there. Ann O'Malley's, 6 o'clock. Caleb Joy, Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6. DeHarma. I didn't realize Russell Brand was in this band.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
they look, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. With the man bun, everything.
Yeah. Casa Divino 57 at 7. And John Q at the Milltop at 9.
Very nice.
That's a lot of people playing music in St. Johns County.
It
On a
is.
hump day.
Yeah,
Seriously.
man. Yeah. It's a good music day today, I
Okay.
guess.
It's busy. Well, it's busy around town. TBC week too, so a
Yeah.
lot of people in town.
Yep. And if those people need their roofs done and they live here, Fidus Roofing.
Fidus Roofing.
Fidus Roofing. Got a lot of extra plugs in today, too.
Absolutely. You owe us.
Well, Fidus Roofing's been with us forever, so.
Yeah. You owe me.
Wow, jeez. A new roof.
Diamond and Dreams, Kendall.
Wow, James.
Make your check out,
My
too.
gosh. He's a big supporter of a lot of local kids in our area.
Huge
So I'm sure
supporter.
if he hasn't supported Diamond and Dreams already, I'm sure he would.
He sure will.
They're always looking to grow their team, and they would encourage anybody to come and apply with them as well. Master Elite Contractors for St. Johns County, and that lets them offer you warranties that nobody else can touch. 904-822, nope, not the bail bonds agency. 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers.
Yeah.
What was that cuckoo? What was that?
It's just,
I don't know. It's a sound effect that Rick throws in.
Oh, that's
We've
good.
been
Rick.
doing that, for a couple
I thought
of years.
somebody's alarm was going off. Mike Davis upstairs. Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely.
Seriously.
God bless him.
Speaking of cuckoo, how do we get talked into kissing a pig?
I know.
How's this
And
going to
Gator
work?
Deloach from the sheriff from Putnam County's in
That's
there too
right,
as well. Who else is in there besides just us?
Us?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Oh, no, Johnny Barnes. Johnny Barnes is in there.
it's
That's
Johnny
right.
Barnes
I forgot
in
about
this
that.
too?
Yeah, I forgot
All
too
right.
as well. Yeah. Because Jenna, they got a good team out there doing the right thing, and that's beautiful out there what they're doing out there. They have really revitalized that area out there, man. It's pretty impressive. So
I
this
love
is
it.
what
It's
it
great.
takes to raise money for Hastings, and I'm all in. Of course, they've been good to me in multiple ways as far as supporting the campaign, supporting Rob Hardwick, supporting the sheriff's office, and supporting the just cleaning up Hastings. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the Hastings Coffee people in yesterday. Pretty awesome.
Pretty cool, by the way. It's a
Have you
great
been?
story. Yes.
It's pretty awesome,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
They've got this really cool vibe, and they're just kind of bringing that onto Main Street. I'm loving to see the growth, like you were talking
kinda
about.
cool.
And you've got some gardens or something that's happening at this pocket park or something that you're going to be tied into. It's going to be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on. Even we discovered that. Well, they discovered that we had an old jail out there that was a holding facility right there on the corner back in the day when they couldn't transport all the way into the main facility downtown. So just kind
wow.
of just a lot of history out there that we've just left covered up for years. And of course, as you all know, the Hastings High School was one of the best football playing high schools in the state of Florida on that division at the time. Just a lot of hidden secrets in there that are just coming back to life, and they're just bringing a lot. It's beautiful over there too as well. It's kind of crazy. It's like a different area of St. Johns County now.
How does that work in the sheriff's department? Do you guys have like specific officers that deal with just Hastings? Like,
Yes.
how does that roll?
Yeah, so that's our south region, and that's in our southwest part of the region. So we have deputy sheriffs that are assigned to that area. We're big into community policing, so we try to get those deputy sheriffs that kind of live there or live close to there. A lot of our deputies from that formerly were with Putnam County Sheriff's Office work in that area. So the same deputies are assigned that area every single shift. So trying to get that, that constant continuity basically of who those people are. They know the community. So, and with that, we know for a fact we police better when we know our communities better, and you want to be in that area. So there's just not a lot going on down there. As you know, it's still a lot of farms that are operating down there. So, and we're going through a lot of people that are nervous because, of course, we got a lot of fields that are producing for, major places like Winn-Dixie and Publix and Walmart. So it's a lot.
Blaze, yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. So anyways, just, but we got that kind of that thoroughfare, from Putnam County. With people that come to work here, of course, and play here, but we also have some crime that occurs in Putnam that we solve over here in St. John. So, just an interesting area to police, but some of our best police officers are in that area.
Yeah, Hastings is such an interesting middle ground.
It really is, by the
because
way.
it seems like, from the outside, I don't hear about much crime in Hastings at all.
They police themselves quite a bit, but honestly, you look at Hastings, Florida, and it's every race, creed, color, religion, sexual orientation under the sun. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's not weird. It's the way that America is, but that's really what Hastings is. They're farm-based, they're faith-based. Again, just a lot of those are old families. Yeah. And I can say that because I coached at Pedro and Gamble Rogers forever, which is most of those kids came from, and all my kids went to those schools down there. So we love that area, but not a whole lot of, if it's a violent crime, it's usually family, domestic related, that something went down, something went wrong within the family or friends, whatever. But we don't get the farmers really. We have two agricultural deputy sheriffs that work down there full time. Okay. Jerry Gentry and Mike Pedante. They're full time agricultural deputies, so they get that really unique, interesting bond down there with those families, those farmers, and of course their kids that are growing up. And then you have the Waffle Tops, of course, over in Flagler Estates, but that's been going on since I was a little kid myself. I mean, we used to ride motocross down there or four wheelers when I was a kid. So and then you got parts of Flagler County where they can't respond to their side of the county unless they come all the way through ours. So a great relationship with Gator Deloach from Putnam and a great relationship with Rick Staley from Flagler County where we all kind of police together.
How do you make
great.
sure that those relationships stay solid?
You know, one thing, of course, is that open communication. You know, I would say we don't recruit from each other, but unfortunately, in my profession, our profession, a cop will leave one job to the next for 50 cents. It's just the way it is. That's how we pay our bills. And I was one of those too. I moved around agency to agency to pay the bills. So those relationships are phone calls. When they pick up the phone and say, hey, we're bringing in, President Trump's son to St. Johns County. We need some help escorting them. It's that quick. And also too, it's fighting crime together, sharing information together. TK Waters is probably one of my closest friends. Michelle Cook with Clay County. It's like the river is odd. It's almost like another country because there's really one way in, one way out with the Shands Bridge.
Yeah.
All the rest of us physically touch, borders, the whole border. But then Gator Deloach, again, those people that live and work there, it's flip-flop, vice versa in our county. So that our people all go to each other. A lot of our, as you know this, a lot of our employees, a lot of our people that work here live in of course, Flagler County now. So with that, those relationships are key to success. And we talk all the time. We're a phone call away. Somebody told me a long time ago, another sheriff up in another county said, when another sheriff calls you on the phone, you pick up the phone, you answer it. I didn't know what that meant in the very beginning. Now I understand what it means. Just pick up the phone and say, hey, Sheriff, what can I do for you? Hey, we had a violent crime up here. Can we borrow X, Y, Z assets? It's the right way to do business. And that's something I've really, really tried my entire career. And I've been very successful at it. And I'm proud of that. And I'm blessed at it too as well. Yeah.
Very cool, man. Yeah, it's important, especially in this area, as tight as this area
Totally
is
agree.
for these sheriffs who work in each other's backyards to be cooperating.
People don't understand when you like POTUS was going to come here this week, and luckily it canceled. But just moving the president of the United States into St. Johns County, it's
a massive undertaking.
It's a massive undertaking, and not only that, but we got almost 100 deputy sheriff's employees working TPC this week, and then when you move in the POTUS, it takes about that same amount to move them in and out. Whether you like who the president of the United States. It doesn't matter. It's one of the highest profile targets in the world.
Yeah.
And you got to get it in and out of your county as quick and safe as possible, So with the other day when we found out he was coming here, by the way, he's not coming here. He was, but he's not coming here. We had to reach out to every touching county to make sure we had plenty of assets available and leave TPC alone. TPC is in charge of those 20, 30,000, 40,000 people that are out there watching golf, minding their business. That's their full-time job, those deputy sheriffs. Then we have the deputy sheriffs working the safety and security of St. Johns County. But then you got to move the POTUS into this entire mess and put him into place, make sure he's safe in place, and then get him back out of here. So again, the Secret Service relationship that we share with Joe Scargill, he's in charge of this area. It is special because again, we have probably one of the most highest profile targets in the world, female wise, living in our county.
Right.
And we move her in and out here pretty quick without anybody really. And we're not trying to hide anything, but also we're trying to make sure it's safe too as well. So you got to have those relationships just for things like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. All right, let's talk about one more issue of national importance that we're seeing a lot of activity down here. Immigration.
Yeah.
Immigration. What does that look like in St. Johns County? Are there a lot of people that are getting hauled in? I mean, I know we've had a few high profile cases over the last few years involving folks who are illegally in the country. So under this administration, how have things changed? Are there more people getting, how's this working?
I'm first of all, I love putting out on our media platforms of what we're doing in St. Johns County, but also too, I'm proud that we've been doing this way before the presidential change too as well. And with that, now we just simply have people at the White House supporting us in our mission. But our mission is this, first of all, is anybody that's a violent criminal in St. Johns County, I don't care where you're from, America or from Russia, doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Our goal is to get you off the streets and hold you accountable for your actions. And I want to make that crystal clear. But just a couple of days ago, we held a detail here on Interstate 95. But we are working 95 every single day. Yeah. And my version of interdiction, whether you call it immigrant interdiction, I don't really care. But the interdiction for us is drugs, anything illegal. I mean, it's drugs, it's guns, it's money laundering, it's trafficking in human beings and children. Yeah. But also too, if you're illegally here and you committed a crime and you're wanted by the government, then I've got to hold you accountable for your actions. Yeah. But I do the same thing for it looks that look just like us. I'm from America, born in America. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. But what we're finding out now, of course, is that there's just a lot of perception, miscommunication, misconceiving stuff out there, basically, that the sheriff's office is going out to your school and checking little kids' ID to see if you're in America illegally. No, I think it's crystal clear now that below the age of 18, even our governor and the president of the United States saying, hey, if you're here and you're below the age of 18, let's concentrate on that list. That's called the red list. Basically, if you are wanted for a violent crime in America and you're also illegally here, then we want to pick you up and hold you accountable and then get you out of our country if you don't belong here too as well. So we get a list every week. Matter of fact, we got ours 2 days ago for the week basically.
Really?
And we have a red target on there, and then we have a couple basically. So it's kind of red is we talked about this. It's murder, kidnapping, trafficking, gang member, hardcore crimes. The next list you can call it amber or orange, whatever you want to call it. That list on there is kind of that low hanging fruit, fraud, theft cases, the non-violent but still felony cases.
Yeah.
And then the green list basically is like DUIs and petty theft, misdemeanor theft, driving with no license or suspended license. So we are concentrating on that red list. We get the list from our federal partners every week, and we work in conjunction with them based on where that known person was in St. Johns County. And you all know this, and our listeners know this, is that, we have a lot of technology-based policing. So not that we track you, but we have a better chance of finding you based on maybe your job habits, your shopping habits, maybe your driving habits. So we're concentrating on that red list. We got 1 on there this week, and then we have 3 on the orange or amber list, and then we have 1 or 2 on the green list. So concentration is on that red list. And then
what happens when you apprehend somebody on that list? Like what's the process?
Sure. So actually there's a couple things going on here too. And this is not to insult your listeners, that are paying attention to kind of what's going on. But we at the St. John's County Sheriff's Office, we want to be the tip of the spear, meaning that we want to be the ones that are doing it the right way, and make sure that we're not, looking for people that are just simply working in a restaurant and are here illegally. That's the federal government's job. Now, if we get a tip on that, of course, we have a procedure with informing the federal government that this is how you do the tip. So if you were here illegally and committed a crime, it's a totally different, it's just like us committing a crime. You're held accountable for your actions. You go in front of our judges and our court system and society, jury trial, non-jury trial, and you're held accountable. If you're here and just there's a deportation pickup order on you, we don't have the authority to forcefully enforce a civil infraction by the federal government. But what we've done here is I have 30 WSOs in my jail. Those are warrant service officers that are under the 287G program that can physically investigate if you committed a crime and you're in my jail and now you're legally here, they can investigate that and help get you deported. I have 30 of those in my jail at 141. We're way far ahead, and 10 more on a list waiting to be approved. Wow. The newest thing is called a task force operation. That's the governor's initiative under President Donald Trump. We are already doing that. We are I think we're the only state in the United States of America where all 67 counties, all 67 sheriffs are doing the 287G program for the warrant service officer program and for the task force model. Wow. We are the 5th jail that has put our paperwork in for what they call the JEM or the JM, which is the jail enforcement model or the jail model. We have put all of our paperwork in for that. So we are doing everything that we can do to make us legitimately, legally be able to go ahead and look for people that are wanted on a warrant for a criminal charge. So they get processed like everybody else, Davey. If you have an arrest warrant that's a criminal charge, you get processed like everybody else. But when you actually come into our system and your fingerprints are rolled, you're checked in NCIC, FCIC, and then we also run you through what they call the IAQ, which is the Immigration Alien Query. That's where we find out if you're wanted on a civil infraction and or both. Gotcha. Criminal, civil. Okay. Yeah. A lot going on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
but we're light years ahead. I would love the technology. Like the other day we were with Customs Border Patrol truly has the technology base. They stick the phone in your face, they do a picture, they send it off to the mother machine, and it says, "Oh, you're wanted for deportation." And the next thing you know, they take them to Baker County, the processing station. Okay. They go to Jacksonville, that's where the processing station's at, and then they can be held up at Baker or Chrome, which is down in South Florida. Baker County or Chrome in South Florida.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
But I think the next step is coming. The next step is coming now where we're going to press forward, meaning the state of Florida, where if you have deportation orders, the state of Florida is going to help the federal government with planes, trains, and automobiles, getting you back to where you came from and get you out of the United States of America in what the President of the United States wants.
Well, who's going to pay for that? The feds or
not Rob Hardwick. I mean, we're just going to help, right. We're going to do the same thing we're doing now. And this, I hope my listeners understand this, but it's no different than the three of us driving a car with no driver's license on a public road or highway is against the law. But we are in the system 100 ways to one. Passport, an ID card, a checking account, whatever you've done in life in the United States of America. Well, if you're illegally here and we pull you over and you have nothing to give us, we've got to take you into custody and bring you to our jail, because if you kill somebody on Interstate 95 and it says, well, the sheriff's office just pulled you over, but they didn't take you to jail and figure out who you were. So at least when you come to the jail, I don't care if you get out 10 minutes later and you're here from Guatemala, it doesn't matter to me, but at least now we've rolled your prints, you're in the system. True. And then also we took your photo. And then also too, we've identified your tattoos and maybe a missing finger or something that identifies you specifically. Now you commit a crime, your fingerprints at least, especially a violent crime, rape, robbery, or murder case, the fingerprints are in the scene. It's in the system, so we can solve it and hold you accountable.
Yeah.
With all the technology out there, is our license really that important? Like, is that going to evolve ever? Or are we always going to have these little credit card things of a license?
I think you're always going to have that credit card per se, of a license that gives you the privilege to drive. More so probably in the civil side of the house, that you have some basic knowledge of the road rules and highway and when you're driving. But also too, I think it's another system. I hate to say this, but it's big government of a way to track our, people in the United States of America that actually have a right to drive on public roads or highways. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether you believe it or not, I don't know. But I mean, we don't know any different. We're ignorant to it.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know if they were going to do some scanning instead of, actually.
I don't think we'll see it in my lifetime. No.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Sheriff, we always appreciate you
as
time,
always,
sir.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
everything you're doing for St. Johns County. We really
Appreciate
do.
y'all too as well.
And anything else? Anything else coming up?
No, just a lot going on in St. Johns County. I know we had the guy wielding the gun, and people were
That's right.
were out there.
Yeah.
It's
Samuel.
He came out of Georgia, and listen, we don't ever get in a briefing and say we're going to go out and try to kill somebody today. That's not. People think we do that. It doesn't happen. But when you come into St. Johns County, you fired rounds off in Duval County. When you come into our county, your journey.
You're a threat to public safety.
You're a threat to public safety.
Man.
And why? The other day, somebody asked, like, well, Sheriff, isn't it dangerous to crash that person, in 95?
No.
So we push them to Flagler County. They kill somebody in Flagler, Volusia, Putnam. That's not the right answer. The answer is if we can safely do it, and we did. We safely did it. We were preparing to pit maneuver, of course, on that suspect after he crossed over the State Road 16 bridge. And we were trying to stop traffic as much as we can at 100 plus miles an hour. But if you think that's safe driving through my county recklessly with a firearm out the window and driving like an idiot, and then we're not going to put a stop to it, then you're living in the wrong place. I recommend you move. But when he came here, we made the decision to perform, of course, that precision intervention technique, which is a pit maneuver on him. And then he made an overt reaction to avoid us, and then he crashed his vehicle. Yes, we did do a dog bite. I want to remind you out there, the guy had a gun. He fired rounds out his window.
Yeah.
People were sending in videos of this guy whoever drives around with a gun.
Scary, man.
Yeah. He's not of the mental capacity that we want driving in our county.
Right.
So yes, our dog, Bane, did bite him on the thigh. I guess trying to get compliance. He's in the vehicle. He's still screaming at us. He's yelling profanities. He's not giving up. Yes, he is in the vehicle trapped per se, but he's not complying to our orders, which means he's still armed.
Yeah.
So Bane, our dog canine, Rob Nigenbauer, deployed canine Bane, which was risky too, but we understand the risk of canines. That's what they're supposed to do, is go in there and unfortunately take that bullet for our deputy sheriffs. So when Bane engaged, we made the decision at the time he still was not complying to go ahead and deploy our 40 millimeter rounds. Yes, we fired multiple rounds at him with a 40 millimeter, but we're not firing rounds from our bullets. These are bullets that are actually controlled. They're made to basically comply to our orders. So yes, he was shot multiple times, I think 5 times with our 40 millimeter, and then he complied and showed us our hands, and we handcuffed him and took him out of the vehicle with fire rescue. So I'm just not going to tolerate this garbage in St. Johns County.
Great job.
Great job. Yes.
Yeah. And that's where I was at, by the way. I'm sure during the Florida Man games. We had a heck of a car chase on 210. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy people showed up at St. Johns County during Florida
we all
Man
blame on your
Games
games.
Week.
Yeah, now your games are gone. TPC's here. Everybody's kinder and gentler.
Wow. Imagine that.
No traffic problems. No problems. No problems. Anyways, appreciate y'all. Yeah,
we appreciate you.
Appreciate our partnership. Have a great day.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Take care. Sheriff Hardwick, everybody.
Great dude. Yeah, so fun to talk to him.
Man.
Just makes you feel safe to live in St. Johns County, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. They're really working to protect everybody.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. How do you want to check the comments, Davey?
All right. Today is a wander whimsically while weed whacking wet words from wackos today in the comments.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
As you do that, I'll remind everybody Bates, Hughes, and Floyd, not your average local insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. Homeowners, auto, commercial benefits, they've been doing it, and they've been doing it the best for over 50 years. Christy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier agent, and she offers complimentary policy reviews, which is a great service, and has a very in-depth understanding of insurance and what's needed in St. Augustine to be properly insured. Her attention to detail and organizational skills have found policy errors and cost savings where others have not. Give her a call, 904-794-5455, and schedule your appointment today. Also, our friend Troy Usina at St. Augustine Handy House is right off State Road 16. If you're looking for the perfect custom or prefab portable building, look no further than St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises. They're a family-owned business, been serving our community since 1988. They care about you. They care about your friends and your neighbors, and they want you to have a great product. Sheds, barns, office space, carport, that thing they're throwing up now. I don't know how massive it is, but it looks like it's twice the size of a football field.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
right?
just, it's unbelievable. And great prices as well. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 1. They can take care of the financing, the permitting, the installation, everything that needs to be done. You just pick out what you like. Troy will take care of the rest. 904-823-9092. What do you got, man?
All right, so we got some animals out there. We got sloth. We got armadillo out there.
Okay. Yeah, wow.
Kizzy says you owe her a lot of money.
Wow,
She said that.
that's not true.
So definitely in the comments. Definitely there.
We did a 4 times the typical length read.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
I think
just because it's
she
bad
owes
press
me.
doesn't mean it's it's all bad press. It's good press.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah,
it's a lot
Run
of
with it,
mentions
Kizzy,
of
yeah.
Lux Japanese head spawn.
We
there.
literally handed you a marketing package. Go with it, girl.
That's right. Yeah, put it on the website. That's the sheriff.
Everyone said Sheriff owes Kendall a gift certificate.
Yes,
to
he
Love
does.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Rebecca.
Oh, well, happy
That's
birthday.
happy birthday. And then real quick, Brittany is Tim Jr. today because Tim was not in comments. So she has the gas report at 287 for Wawa.
Now I'm worried about Tim.
Yeah, everybody check on Tim. See how
Yeah.
Tim's doing. Yeah.
I'm going to have to call Tim after
Tim
the
and
show.
Kenny. Kenny was not there either today.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah.
Well, those two being out at the same time, they could be
what I
getting
was
into some
like.
trouble,
Too bad
man.
we can't check the jail log. Yeah.
That's right. I know.
Love you guys,
We
though.
should have just asked the sheriff, hey, Tim and Kenny,
can
are
we
they?
check? Yeah.
Can you just tell me if they're there?
We love you guys.
Yeah. All right, man. Good deal. What do you got for Stoidum Stats?
Super special day in St. Augustine on March 12th, 1601. St. Augustine hosted the first recorded St. Patrick's Day celebration. This is so cool. This led by the city's Irish vicar, Father Ricardo. Doesn't sound very Irish to me, right? Richard Arthur. That's
Right.
we're gonna go with the
Wait,
the English
Ricardo
version. Yeah.
Arturo.
Arturo, yeah. This early Festivus preceded Boston's famous St. Patrick's Day parade by over a century.
Yep.
This is amazing.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on here. There was in honor of, obviously, the Irish saint, and there was a fifer. So what's a fifer, you're going to ask me? A fifer is a musician who plays a small, high-pitched flute like an instrument. Historically, fifers were commonly used in military settings, especially during the 17th and 19th century, to play marching tunes and signal commands on the battlefield. So, yeah, pretty cool. That's our town. We're the first St. Patrick's parade, recorded St. Patrick's parade. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I
sad.
love it, man. That's a great stat. Comes to us from a great pizza place, St. Augie's Pizza. My first recorded place to go for pizza when I want pizza.
Yeah, man.
Could have done better there, but it's okay.
100% you're correct, though. Like, I thought about it. Like, it's really St. Augie's Pizza.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is.
always want pizza on Monday, Augie. I'm like,
I
always,
know, right?
it's always a
I
thing.
know.
Yes.
I know. It's like wanting Chick-fil-A on Sunday, man. It's so damn good.
Maybe
and
make a
you're-
frozen version I can buy on Friday.
Yeah, right?
I was just thinking, yeah.
Right? They need to start shipping out some frozen pies. But it
Love
wouldn't
it.
be the same, though. It just wouldn't be the same.
They're so good.
St. Augie's Pizza, right in between Riberia and ML King. We all love it here, and you will too if you don't already. Plugs, Davey.
All right, 3 o'clock today, we have the Queen of St. Augustine events. We got Renee Unsworth of Totally St. Augustine giving us the lowdown on all festivals and events going on in town.
Rick, you got any plugs?
No, sir. You guys have a great day.
All right. Yeah, have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Bye everybody.
Bye.